cross-court pass. KJ dumps it inside. Eddie down to 2, down to 1. Hook shot with the right hand. He beat the buzzer. Big Eddie with the bucket, and it's 4-2 Colorado. KJ off the left-hand side. Drives against Ornery on his way to the hoop. Slams with the right hand. He leaps. He flies. He jams. Right there by De Silva, falling out of bounds. Threw it away. Look out below. Cody to the rim. He cocks the arm. He unleashes with the tomahawk. And the Buffs are on top by 6. Holy cow. Hands it right side. KJ open for 3. Fires right between the eyes. From downtown. A dagger. Well, it was a great second half for the Colorado men's basketball program as they knocked off USC 68-58. Here at the Event Center, hi everybody, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, back in the Buffalo Stampede. Not a great start. Buffs are coming off a 3-game road trip in which they dropped all 3 games in desperate need of a victory, and they came out slow. In fact, fell behind by 16 points with about 2.5, 3 minutes left in the first half. But the second half came out and dominated over the Trojans on Wednesday night at Corelli's in Boulder. During Buffs Primetime, we talked about the ball game with head coach Tad Boyle. Powered by Ford. Cars, trucks, and SUVs built for America. Built Ford proud. A lot of excitement around the basketball right now.
Yes.
So should we talk about, let's see, the first half or the second half of the game on Saturday?
Well, let's talk about the second half.
Which means you teed me up, we'll talk about the first half, right?
Yeah.
That was, whatever you said at halftime must have been brilliant.
I wish that was the case.
Yeah.
Whatever doesn't say much for my pregame speech, does it? That's for sure. So, but no, look, it's you've seen our team play, a lot now this year, and it's a little bit about who we are. And until I told our team after the game, Mark, until we figure out that it's a 40-minute game, we got to play for 40 minutes. It's going to be like that. And traditionally, we've been really good in the first half this year, and we've not been maybe as good in the second half, at least defensively. And this one was just the opposite. So, credit goes to the players for waking up and not panicking. And I always the old coach in me, the younger coach, I should say, would have just lit him up and blistered him at halftime. And I don't know if it's I'm getting soft or I'm mature, and I don't know, maybe it's a combination of both. But like
you're just tired.
Yeah, maybe so. I just felt like they did not need. They were as frustrated as I was, and as the fans were, and it's that's just part of it. So it's. I always say, Mark, I made a distinction a few years ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't be coaching today. I'd probably be 6 feet under with a heart attack, because I had to figure out, what do you get angry at as a coach, and what do you get frustrated at. We've talked about this maybe in the past a little bit, and I had to really delineate the difference, because frustration is going to come. I mean, it's just going to come every single day, whether it's in practice or the games. Anger needs to be separated, and I've told our team, I think if you ask Tristan De Silva or Luke, 2 of our seniors, what will coach get mad at? What will we get angry at? Lack of effort, lack of concentration, and selfishness. Those things, you're going to draw my ire. And
Non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables. Yeah. So the fact is, in the first half, our ineptitude or not playing well was not a result of one of those 3 things, in my opinion, at that time. So I thought our effort was good. Look, we missed some easy shots that we normally make. We didn't execute, and our spacing wasn't good, and that sort of thing. So those are the things we talked about at halftime, our cutting, and our defense wasn't good enough. And I said, we got to figure out different ways to win a game. And tonight, the way we got to win this second half is we got to dictate with our defense. And it's funny, you mentioned JR's team. I went to watch them play Stanford, and she'll probably talk about this, but like in the first, quarter and a half or so, they were kind of trading baskets blow to blow, and Stanford was playing well. But, man, when they got out and they dictated with their defense and created offense with their defense, I mean, the game changed. And that's what happened with us in the second half against USC.
Well, there's the head coach, Tad Boyle. By the way, come on out on Monday night from 7 until 8 o'clock here in Boulder. Join us at Corelli's of Boulder for Buffs Prime Time. So now the Colorado men's team getting ready for the Oregon schools coming to town. The Oregon Ducks are in here on Thursday night. It's a late ball game. By the way, they come in 5-0 in Pac-12 conference play. That one will tip off at 8:30. We're going to hit the air of the Colorado Basketball Network at 8 o'clock with the Buffs warm-up pregame show. Coming up next here to Stampede, we're talking lacrosse. And Elliott Whidden, the head coach, will join us after a break.